Raisina dialects comes with many surprises, and among all those surprises, we have one surprise from Philippines, in which Philippine wants to join. Philippine wants India to join squad grouping. Hello and welcome to the In Focus series of Trishti IAS. I am Britu and today's session is about squad grouping and should India join this grouping or not. And this session is important for your GS 2 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we'll have a brief introduction about the squad grouping, and also we are going to discuss about that should India join this group or not, and we are also going to analyze through what are the pro points, what are the cons point, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIE's channel. Moving towards to the news part. So before moving to the news part, first of all, we should know that there was a Raisina dialogue and so many topics have been discussed into this dialogues, and among all those topics, we are discussing one of the topic which had become a focal point of the Raisina dialogue. So, this is the news that Philippines General had stated that India must join the squad grouping after the quad grouping. So, we already had a lot of discussion on the quad grouping and we had so many daily programs based on the quad grouping. So, do check all those videos which are related to the quad grouping, and India is a part of the quad grouping. So, this news which we are going to cover up in today's session, that why India should join the squad grouping and why it should take a conscious decision on it. So, coming to the Drishti IAS in Noida, as you already know that Drishti IAS is also in the Noida, and we have ISGS Foundation course available in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. So, these are the details of English medium, date 8th April, and Hindi medium 26th March. These are the timings 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. And here is our number, which is 87501, 87501. And if you want to visit our online center or offline center, so sorry, if you want to visit our offline center, you can reach us to C171/2 Block A, Sector 15, Noida, and nearest metro station is Noida, Sector 15. So, do call us on this number about classes. Now, we are going to discuss about the what is squad grouping. So, the squad essentially adds S, which signifies security to the Indo-Pacific architecture of unilateral cooperation. So, to enhance the Philippines' maritime security, defense ministers from the US, Japan, Australia, Philippines convened in Hawaii to discuss advancing maritime cooperation, and this new grouping has been informally named as Squad. So, this is about the squad, and what is the main aim of the squad? So, in order to counter the Chinese influence into the South China Sea, this particular group has been made. So, this is the main aim of the squad grouping, and there is a physical confrontation between Chinese and Philippine forces. So, this time Philippines is getting support from the US, Japan, Australia. So, this is about that, and Philippines had also asked the South Korea to join this. So, this is a brief about the squad grouping. Now, we are going to discuss much needed topic, which is that should India be part of this squad grouping or not, because India is already a part of quad grouping. So, it is a very crucial question ahead of India, that should India join or not. So, we have to take a very conscious decision while joining any group. So, first of all, we have to see what are the pro points we have, what are the disadvantages we have. So, first we are going to discuss that what advantages can India have after joining the squad grouping. So, enhanced maritime security. So, joining the squad could bolster India's maritime capabilities and contribute to a unified stance against unilateral actions in contested waters. So, as you already know that if India will take any unilateral actions, so that would be very costly and that would be also without any support. But if India would join, then it will get support from the other countries also. Then strengthen regional influence. So, as you already know that India has also threat from the China in the South China Sea area. So, here we need regional influence. So by participating in this particular grouping, India may amplify India's strategic influence in Southeast Asia, aligning with the Act East policy. So through this, India can also work onto the Act East policy. Then we have intelligence sharing. So this particular grouping will provide India an opportunity to share the real-time intelligence and more awareness about the location and operational readiness. So these are the pro points we have when India should join squad grouping or not. Now we are going to discuss about the cons. So here we have few cons also. So diplomatic repercussions. So India inclusion might escalate tensions with China, and there are we already know that we have bilateral trade coming up, and there are many areas in which we are dependent on the China, and there is export and import relation we had with the China, and we still have with the China. So if India will join this grouping, might be the tensions which are already there, and India and China already share this conflict and cooperation relationship. So might be it will increase. Then resource allocation, because by joining any group, anything we require finances, we require military, and that all requires money. So might be India has to tackle all these things. So this will also budgetary issues ahead of India and overlapping alliances. So India is already a member of Quad, and all these members just like US, Japan, Australia are already a part of the Quad. So there will be more overlapping. So it would be a wise decision or not, that whether to join same grouping in which we are already a part of the same group. So this would be also a tricky question ahead of the India, that should India join overlapping grouping and India should invest its resources or not. So what would be the concluding point of this whole discussion? That India must be very cautious. India must take strategic decisions while joining or while taking any decision related to the squad. So India must see the potential risk ahead of the joining squad. Also, if India would join, what benefits it could get, and will it strengthen India's maritime security? Will it boost India's defense security? So here we have to analyze, and by analyzing all those points, India should take its decision. So till now we cannot say that India should join or not. We already had discussed the pros and cons, and if India is joining, then India must have thought and researched about it, and must have thought about the security strengthening of the country. Now we are going to discuss the practice question for prelims. So this question is very easy. Which countries are currently members of the Quad alliance that aims to enhance security in the Indo-Pacific region? United States, Australia, Japan and India. United States, Australia, Japan and the Philippines. United States, Australia, India and South Korea. United States, Japan, India and the Philippines. This is very easy one. You can answer into the comment section. And you already know about the Quad, and in the comment section you have to tell me which are the countries who are a part of the Quad, and after joining this squad, is it a wise decision for India or not? So here you have to analyze this topic from pros and cons point of view, and what would be the strategic risk India had. So you have to practice this all topic for your mains examination also. And we had already discussed about the IS Prelims GS Foundation course into the Noida. So if you want to join this class, you can call on to the number 87501 87501. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.